What's going on, everybody? I am Captain RoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell Shadow Walkers, baby. What's up?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Hail and well met.
What up, what up?
Let's go, man. The last bit of D&D on the channel until this time next Wednesday. Oh man. Serious, super serial.
Well, let's make that a correct statement. It's the last bit of our D&D on the channel. You're going to be enjoying your D&D life for the next week.
It's going to consume a lot of D&D in the next, what's that, 72 hours? It's a lot of D&D.
Quite jealous.
It's going to have a lot of caffeine to sit through that D&D. Oh man, thank you guys for joining us. So, let's kick off with a few announcements, shall we? Who's first?
Yes. I'll go, because minimal. I want to thank Serena.
Oh shit, mine's downstairs.
For this awesome mug. Because it says, eat, sleep, and rage.
Nice.
And I love it. And thank you very much. Also, I got this awesome dice. That was a gift from, I believe, Namesake?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I got the name right. It is very, very cool. Thank you very, very much. If you're out there, just want to say thank you.
I had cool stickers that say Carl all over them from Chad, and I got a sweet ass mug from Serena, and I also got a sweet ass dice for Namesake, and they are all downstairs.
Sadness.
I got mine up here. I'm actually using my first Serena mug. You can certainly try this.
Very nice.
But I'm actually drinking out of the OG mug that she got me right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of my faves.
That's awesome.
I live 5 minutes from Rob, and I haven't seen him in like a month to get my present, so
You get
one of these
nothing.
days,
Good
one of
day,
these
sir.
days.
What a loser.
When I say that I'm either at the bar or in this office, it's the unfortunate truth.
Yeah. And I don't leave my house but to go to the gym or buy groceries pretty much, so.
If I can leave my house to deliver the gifts, you can leave your house to get them, Tyson. No excuse.
Unlike everybody else, I desperately want to leave my house or work, but I'm rattling these chains, baby. I'm rattling these chains.
Also, the Blues game is on again tonight. It will be over soon, so if you see me freak out or get a notification, just a fair warning. It is playoffs.
I need you to freak out to tell me.
Just letting you guys know, forewarning.
It's been a crazy game so far.
They're gonna sports so hard.
They did
Sports balls.
It's good sports right now. They're doing good, so I've heard.
Sports seeing better than the other team is sports.
Yes.
But this is D&D time.
Anybody else have some announcements this week?
Chad does. I'll let him go.
Oh, okay.
This way.
I
No,
also
that way.
have a sweet mug from Serena that says, you reach out to push the orc off the bridge. And then it has a nat 1, but instead you lightly caress his back. He is uncomfortable. So that's kind of right?
Solid meme mug.
Yep. We got sweet dye from Namesake. This is to break windows out when you're driving in your car. They're heavy as fuck.
Do some damage.
Yeah. Big announcement though. I got accepted the Embers for All program.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Pretty exciting. Did a little short stream before this stream and got some embers. Thank you to everybody who donated the embers and whatnot.
Hell
But
yeah.
it's a lot of fun. It makes me want to push even more for my stream. So be prepared to see more minis being painted, buttery beats being played, as we call them in the chat. And Yeah, it's buttery beets.
All my children are growing up. All my children.
But yeah,
As you talk.
Congratulations, Chad.
Congrats, man.
hey, thanks guys.
Mixer's premier miniature painting stream.
Get
Right.
cool minis like this one.
Oh, you got the spider in the hair. Nice.
Damn, that's
I had to
legit.
clip them in there because I was throwing them around.
On my side, today marks 1 month as a partner, so that's fun.
It's been 1 month. Oh my god.
1 month, 4 weeks. And this week, I've had several people ask, and actually they placed orders as we opened up the Awkward Tyson merch store this week. So if you guys like weird, cool homemade stuff for me and the wife, those are now accessible in the Discord.
What kind of weird
How
stuff?
weird are we getting? Yeah.
Nothing too weird. I ordered some koozies, if you can see. Got some
So
Awkward
weird.
Tyson koozies. Those aren't really weird, but everything's customizable for like shirts and stuff. So if you want something to say some weird shit on the back, like I like it from behind or stuff like that,
It's so awkward.
DTD.
Yeah.
it happened last night in a whisper.
This is what you say for my announcements.
Yeah.
I need you to get a shirt like a That's So Raven shirt, but it just says That's So Awkward, Tyson.
I had Channel 1 and Channel 1 Plus last night, and we got some weird whispers.
Ooh,
Well,
pretty
hey,
exciting.
I mean, I did get to watch a little bit of the beginning of Critical Role from last week. Sam Riegel did do a venereal disease like mock TV spot with D&D Beyond. So hey, you're just
man.
par for the course.
Yep.
Par for the
Fatal
course.
pan.
So wait
Anybody
till I go
else?
Bard next campaign.
Awkward
Something
Bard will be
exciting.
right.
Something exciting just now happened to me. There's a place called Strange Donuts up here in this area. They make really awesome donuts, and they asked what kind of donut they should make this weekend, and I suggested something, and they just liked my tweet. I feel really cool.
Chad you tweeted Strange Donuts early on in the campaign, didn't you?
Yeah, the dude said he'd watch it. He never said anything else after that, though, but he said give it a shot. I was like, hey, man, you like D&D? He's like, I don't even know what that is. And I was like, why don't you watch this channel tonight? He's like, cool, I'll download the app right now. And then that was it.
It's fine, Rob. We all
I liked the
the same.
tweet. I said, I hope you liked it. And I hope you make us donuts.
Anyone else have some sweet announcements?
Yeah, before anyone asks, it says Taste the Painbow on my shirt, because I know someone's going to ask me.
That's awesome.
The criddles, man. You
Criddles.
do have a healthy D&D shirt collection.
Yes.
Now we're way behind on that. You have so many.
I'll cut some sleeves off and send some to Tyson.
So big announcements over here. First, the largest elephant in the room, to let everyone know, I will be going to D&D Live after tonight's session. So I will be in LA representing our community and Mixer at large at D&D Live this weekend. And it's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be everyone that's pretty much involved with online D&D is pretty much gonna be there, and we get to mingle and chat, watch D&D, and I might actually get to play in a game as a player for the first time in like forever. A very, very, very long time. We'll see if I actually wake up for that session or not. But don't hold your breath.
Con life is hard.
Con life is hard. I made sure to set it to like 1 p.m. though, so it's gotta. There was an 8 a.m. and I was like, no, that's not happening. I do, however, have a nice little link right here for everybody to follow, and I'm gonna send it out multiple times. Oh, looky there! D&D has an official page on Mixer now.
What?
Everybody should go over there and follow it and
Fancy.
tell them what community you're part of. Because that's what I did. I already claimed the Spark leaderboard with my one firework. But that will be
Official
important
D&D channel.
because this is where they will be streaming all of the D&D Live 2019, The Descent, on Mixer. It's actually going to be over here. So that's freaking awesome. I hope that all the technical things work out for them and it's actually there, because I've only seen official communications on their website that have highlighted Mixer. So I'm very, very pumped about that. I'm hoping that we get all the same content that is being, or at least part of it, like main stage. I think we should at least get main stage. I think there's like 3 or 4 Twitch channels that have all the D&D that's going on, because there's a lot. There is a lot, and some of them are set games, like our game, where all of us are there in LA and running one from our campaign, and then there's all these mixed bag one shots, because that's where, like, I think there's like Matt Mercer and Joe Manganiello are in like a mixed bag one shot, and a lot of the larger, like the McElroys are in that, in one of those, which is really cool.
It is really cool. Yeah. And we love them.
Yeah, there's a poster behind me of their show.
That's so cool.
They're so good.
So cool. Yes, so there's that D&D segment, and then here our weekly. Here's the D&D tweet. I need you guys to like, retweet, and gift comment so people will take me seriously on the internet that know nothing about Mixer. So I would appreciate you guys doing the thing as you guys always do on that tweet. It is very much appreciated. Speaking of the community, we happened to hit 90 million sparks last week, thanks to you guys.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
It was pretty hot.
You touched our tra-la-las, our moo-dang-dongs. So you guys are rewarded. We are going to be doing 2 giveaways. And here's what I'm gonna do. I said I would give one of these books away tonight, so I'm going to hold my promise to it. However, the second one, I'm going to come up with a different form, because our community is 24/7. So there is a lot of people that aren't able to make this live show. So that second one I'm going to do in a different way, probably a form sign up. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get this giveaway going. And this is how it's going to go. It's going to be a little different. Whenever you do your exclamation point to jump into this giveaway, if you win, you're going to have to hop onto Discord and you're going to have to DM me. Because for me to be able to give you the gift of a player's handbook or Dungeon Master's Guide through D&D Beyond, we will actually have to exchange some login information, and I will have to go in there and manually purchase it through your account. It's the only way to do it until they put gifting on. So, take that in mind. When you win this, you're going to need to get into the Discord and DM me to make sure this happens. All right, let's pull up. Thanks for the beach ball, whoever dropped that big boy.
Ooh, yeah. Outcast.
Okay. All right, and I will also stress on this giveaway, if you already have a player's handbook or a Dungeon Master's Guide in D&D Beyond, please withhold from hopping into the giveaway so the people that need it the most can get it. This is only if you have it in D&D Beyond. If you just have a physical copy, please be more than obliged. But be kind to your other community members. This entire program that I'm running based off the Sparks is to try to get you guys the tools in your hands to start making characters in D&D Beyond and helping understand the game as quick as you can. So this is a, this is a dual part system here. I'm gonna put a total of 5 minutes on it. Maximum 1 entry. All right. We're gonna do giveaway. There we go.
Giveaway.
And remember, you need to be in my chat. You're gonna have to be inside of my chat to probably claim this. And this will be a PHB or DMG.
LNOP.
All right. We're going to start that giveaway right now.
And we're off.
And I'm entering.
Exclamation point giveaway.
Everybody do mouth drum rolls for the 5 minutes. No.
Good deal. Seen them rolling, baby. On top of that, other announcements. As of right now, I am still working on Saturdays, so we may be scheduling that one shot to be on a Sunday. This may dramatically shift our Neon Regimes production, but it is what I'm going to need to do while I am still working on Saturdays, because there's not much I can do about that. So I want to have a date for that as soon as possible on a Sunday. So I will be getting with everybody to try to make arrangements. The Western? Yes, this will be the Wild West.
The Western, okay.
Yes, this is the Wild West. Oh man, let's go, you guys. Tons of you guys are in on this one. Let's go.
I was gonna do a Will Smith style Wild Wild West character, but
that's cool. The whole story is just Back to the Future 3. It's awful. Yeah, it's horrible.
We gotta go back, Marty.
Now, if you, it will be. There'll definitely be some. There will be a steampunk component. It won't be straight realistic Wild West. We're gonna have a little. Gotta have a little bit of magic.
Are you gonna bring back Bird Tyson? You gonna cosplay for it? Surely you've got some cowboy boots somewhere, right?
I would assume this is all new characters for the one shot.
It's all new characters. He can have that feather he constantly plucks out.
There you go. Just put that fella right in your head.
I think that would be pretty dope though if you always incorporate a feather somewhere on a character.
Oh, yeah, got it. Done.
They all have muscles.
Honestly,
they're all assholes.
Chat, that is not just from Car Kid. That actually goes back farther to his owl.
Yes.
In the other campaign.
Good old Prick.
Which was
literally his name.
I lost it.
Phineas
Reed Ibsen Calcillion the Third.
No, the owl's name. Owl had a name.
Master P.
The owl did have a name.
Archimedes?
No. I got
an owl.
Press A to repeat my entire conversation.
Did you miss it?
Patchouli?
All right, shake. You guys got less than 2 minutes now on that giveaway.
Was it Fiddlesticks?
Fiddlesticks!
Yeah!
Fiddlesticks! Yes, Fiddlesticks.
God, Fiddlesticks.
The Adventures of Prick and Fiddlesticks.
AKA PAP, people in the puppy finders.
Looks like you've yeed your last call.
PAP!
That'll fit on a name tag, Prick and Fiddlesticks.
Sounds like you're trying to cuss, but you're not. Frickin' Fiddlesticks.
By the way, I knew that I had a lot of shit to get done today just by the simple fact my dreams were constantly running away from freaking kaiju monsters that were destroying the world around me.
That's pretty epic.
It is exhausting running away from Godzilla. I'm not much of a runner away kind of person anyway, so the dream forcing me to constantly run, like literally the McDonald's that I got to go from was like destroyed around me. And I'm like, oh. I rolled my eyes like it was some sort of inconvenience. Like,
looks like they're back again. They're like cicadas, like you forget about them, and then like 8 years later, they're like, yeah, they're back.
No Mothra saved me so I could just eat my nugs in peace.
I've been having a disturbing amount of Game of Thrones dreams and Overwatch dreams.
I mean, that's all your life is basically, right?
The crossover you've needed. All right, 20 seconds left.
Ooh.
Oh, see, the chat bot already knows. Yeah, if you need to run downstairs, go ahead and run downstairs quick.
Ninja dust.
This is what I live with.
I mean, pretty great.
Transversion.
She'll deal with it if you didn't hear her.
Wow, I love you was removed by Catbot.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Catbot hates love.
Do a heart. I heart you. Maybe the emote will be fine.
Also, I got my backup mug over here.
Oh, you're falling over my head, spider.
Future arc, you have to hit exclamation claim within the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, it will redraw.
Not looking good, future arc.
Oh, Scourge is going to PAX West. Let's go.
Woo!
Oh, there we go.
Just
Yes.
in time. All right, future arc. Make sure that you are inside of the Discord. Otherwise, this bad boy will get redrawn.
Nice. Congrats,
Congratulations.
Yay!
And if you have a different username, you need to let me know. All right. Congratulations on that. Like
This
I
is the
said,
mug.
we will come up with a... Oh, you got the mug. Let's go.
Talk shit, get crit, bitch. Sweet ass die. It's good. Yeah. The hair is really awesome.
Yes. All right. So, like I said before, I'm going to come up with a sign-up sheet within our actual Discord for the other one so I can hit everybody else's time slots, and we'll let it run for a week, and then I will draw from within that time slot, or from within that sign-up sheet. Awesome. All right, guys. I don't think I have any other announcements. I think it's time to roll. We'll pick up
Time
where
to D&D.
pick up where we left off last week. Who's coming in with a hot roll?
Oh, caustic, get out of here.
Oh man.
That little tabaxi.
Get out of here.
Last week, you guys completed an epic battle with a shadow dragon that has been haunting Bloody Buford now for several weeks. All stemming from a time long, long ago, it seems like, when Karkid busted an epic bowling ball over the top of Clashgar's head, and Bloody Buford inhaled this shadow substance. While it did seem to give him a boon during a fight at the very, very beginning with Milton, allowing him to raise back up from the dead, being able to turn into a shadow dragon himself and combat the angel guardian of Skyguard within the air. It seems like it all came back to roost at Mudang Dong. However, you were assisted with the help of Yashiro, a snow leopard friend that you recently discovered while you guys were relaxing comfortably in the onsen near the temple of Dongitude. You guys were able to fend off that shadow dragon and its shadow humanoids. And that's where we found the party right now. Currently all gathered up, still outside in the snow. Had been talking to Kinshin, and I believe we zoomed out on Daddy Fat Nuts doing his typical samurai routine. And that's where we will put you guys now.
Oh, Rob, you're on feature right now too, just FYI.
Oh, what? Feature.
Take it when I can get it.
Get those mod fingers ready.
Hello, fabulous people.
Nice roll,
Oh,
Cock
so,
it.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid you're overexcited for something that is just temporary. And as I say that, the wings kind of just poof. And there's just little glitter. I'm sorry, my friends, but I am not always winged like you are.
Where did they go?
This.
She was like sitting here, like playing with them, going up and down, watching them, and they just poof into glitter. Obviously, she catches the glitter. Come on.
What kind of sorcery is this?
I mean, it is literally sorcery.
Well, that makes more sense then. I thought we were perhaps kindred spirits.
No, my friend, it is just a boon from my race, as I am an Azamar. So you will see them again, but they are temporary.
How do you say that? Asinmar? Asimar.
Just keep trying it, buddy. You will get it.
Asmar.
I grab Clashgar with a hand over his shoulder, and I point and I look up to the sky. Just remember, Clashgar, if you look up, you can almost see Morse. And if you look close enough, you can see a butt right in the middle. It's like an ass in Morse. Right there.
Well, I do thank you. I am always up.
That was so good. It is almost like you didn't plan it at all.
That's a great pun.
I put my hands on my
drowns
hips.
himself.
I don't regret everything. I'm sorry for cutting you off guard, kid. Hey, Kenshin, you wouldn't happen to have any sake over there, would you?
I shall never forget Asinmar. Asinmars. I'm so happy that you could find there's a race named after a planet with a butt in it.
So, Ernie, just out of curiosity, we've known each other for a fair amount of time now, and been in and out of some pretty shitty situations, and you're just now deciding that you want to have wings? I mean, these could have been very handy many times now.
It's not a choice. I think I'm just learning of this. No, but I don't think it's a choice.
Kakid, it is not so much that I did not want to join you in your winged revelry. It is just that I have been in a point in my life now where I feel like perhaps my faith could help me again. I threw it away many, many years ago after I failed the people that I was supposed to protect. And now I found you and other people that I want to protect, and I feel like perhaps this time it can help me again.
That is a respectable way to look at it. You know, before... Well, you know, where I come from, we don't think too highly of non-winged folk.
You don't say.
No, it's
Just say it. We know you're thinking it.
people of the land. It's just not our... We don't mingle normally where we're from, and it's
true, we met in a fight.
Yes, it's not that we think we are better than you, but it's...
Except for the fact you do. It's all right.
Yes,
Understand.
okay. It's
You
from
can't
our culture,
choose
but...
your racist parents. And you certainly can't choose what they put up over on the poster board in front of the inn. I've seen the embarrassing messages before.
Yes.
Not your
It's
fault.
just... I think it's just a lack of understanding. Because I had never met anyone such as you all in this group, and it's changed my perspective. When you're sheltered for your entire life amongst the same people with the same thinking, it's easy to misjudge what you don't understand or know. So I get where you're coming from. But now that you can fly, maybe I can show you the world from a different perspective. Aladdin comes out in 2 weeks.
I can show you the
We're getting
world.
paid by Disney.
Shining, shimmering snow.
We made it. We made it, boys and girls.
Kakid, you do know that I can transform into winged creatures as well, right? I mean, I was a dragon just like a couple episodes ago.
Well, That was like literally yesterday because we've been on the run pretty much ever since. And now we just decided to go take a shower and bathe together, bringing us to a whole new level of intimacy amongst our group. So we really haven't had a chance to talk about you, I don't know, turning into a dragon all of a sudden. So that's the topic that deserves some attention as well.
Cockett, you do know there is magic in the world, right?
Well, yes,
That can
but
neither be confirmed nor denied.
but
I mean, just look at Klashka over here. He is just he uses magic so well.
I mean, until recently, I have not seen you transform into such a ferocious beast, such as a dragon.
I leveled up. I have gained so much experience with you. I have grown stronger. My powers have grown stronger.
Typically, when I post these jobs for new members to join our organization, there's a high turnover rate. Unfortunately, it seems like I'm stuck with a lot of you. What have I done?
Yeah, you really
Made a
bit
lot
the
of
bullet.
friends is what you've done.
Well, we were trying to relax and enjoy a awkward bath amongst friends, so
I mean, it is only awkward if you think about it that way, Cockett.
I don't.
I mean, you fly around with just a little string in front of your birdie bit?
It's not the string that covers anything. It's wet birds just are not satiable to the appetite. It's weird. It just makes us look awkward.
If you think this is strange, maybe we should send you to the Feywild for a little bit. See some real peculiar sights over there. Meet some interesting people. Commune with the Furbolgs for a little bit.
I'd very much enjoy going to the Fae. I'm the more that I can see and travel over the world, the better I might understand and not judge.
The less racist you can be. Aye.
Correct. Yes.
And I am so pleased we did not break anything, right? And I look around to see if anything's broken or is everything okay?
Even the mineral water in the onsen is restored to where it was at. And you can see Kenshin in his portly kung fu panda body currently picking up towels and tending to the onsen like it's a typical day.
I do have a question. Is that cleaning lizard thing gonna be okay? It ate some of my dirt, my body scum back in the pre-shower. I don't know what the definition of broken is, but it's not gonna be okay for a while.
And
Klashka, what did you do?
Kenshin just chewing on a little bit of bamboo. Just kind of chuckles and makes a big smile as he looks at you. Doesn't answer back, just continues doing what he's doing.
Well, I told the management, so I feel like I've done well for today. And I just start stretching.
Adam. Good job, Klashka.
So is Rob, is that the snow leopard still there?
Oh, it disappeared.
Oh, disappeared. Oh, that's right. Okay, I had to clarify because I definitely would
But
have.
it hasn't been seen in 247 years.
Very specific.
I actually wrote that down. And also noted that was a very strange specific number of years. So, Lockhart, we have bathed and kind of relaxed. What do you say we should do now? You've at least been here before.
Ooh, tell me there's a gift shop.
Oh, there'll be plenty of trinkets for you to pick up in the market class garter.
Sweet.
After a good soak and an ass whipping, kinda ready for a meal and a lot of beverages. I don't know about you.
you just hear a large grumble just from Klashkar's stomach, visibly. I would like to get down on some of that food. That airship food was pretty good, so if they got more of that, I'm down for that.
There'll be even greater choice when we drop down into the valley.
Klashkar starts walking to whatever exit he sees. Immediately, just yep, that's where we're going then.
The steam still rolling off the top of your head from exiting the onsen. It's kind of like a hot pocket in that armor at the moment. And you can see Klashkar as he trails off into the snow, quite visibly steaming, hulking form, making his way back to the essentially it was kind of like the butterfly zip line almost.
That's so awesome.
Butterfly zipline. Klashkar, do not lick this one.
Yeah, no, learned my lesson pretty good the last time. Just don't shove my face in it.
I mean, I should hope that you do not lick everything that's your face. Never mind.
Hey, you look different. Something happened.
we just talked about this like 5 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah. Wait. And he looks up. Asin Mars. That's it. Yep. Remembered again. Got
There
it.
you go. That's good. Good job, buddy. And I pat him on the shoulder.
I have memory. Write that one in your journal, car kid.
I
go
write
over-
everything in the journal.
I put
That's
a
why I love
hand
you.
on Aranye's shoulder and look over to her as I finish fastening the rest of my gold, silver, and bronze plate armor back onto myself. Silver looks good on you, Aranye.
Thank you. It will be interesting to get used to it again.
Speaking of interesting things to wear, I believe, Aranya, you told me to remind you about something you're wearing that you wanted to change with.
Oh, that is right. Zephyr, I've been wearing these gauntlets and they do not seem to do anything for me, so perhaps they are for you. And I'll take off the gauntlets and give them to her.
I put them on my horns.
Zephyr, they go on your...
How do they look?
I've got to hand it to you. They look fabulous.
I take them off and I throw them on the ground, and then I push her into the pool.
You're gonna have to roll a streak check on that.
Damn it!
I mean, if you put them on properly, you would have been okay, but you didn't.
They kind of look like oven mitts on your head. Oh,
It's a 3.
Was I supposed to roll against
yes,
her?
it's a contest.
Well, I rolled with the brand new dice, and thanks a lot.
Bam!
That's amazing.
Into the pool I go.
That's tremendous.
It's like slow and painful, like,
As we're both like weakly trying to push against each other, I like slip.
If there's been a lot of interactive rolls dropped. If you roll a spell save DC, I'll let your wings come out and save you flying backwards right above the water. But you're gonna have to roll an acrobatics check of an 18 or above.
$22. Oh wait, no, acrobatics.
I want to jump on her. Can I jump?
No, that's only a 19 then. I don't have anything plus
still.
acrobatics.
19. As
And I
you-
want to like wings like to go out, and I just kind of want to like skate over the surface and just be like, what?
If you want to pounce, roll an acrobatics as well within
We are
18
both
or
going to go
above.
into the water.
Oh no! Not the water.
Oh no, the two of us fighting in the water.
You said acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this to me, Carl.
Come on, dice. No,
She rides you like a hoverboard.
that's a 5.
So you miss. Please tell me she misses.
Oh, totally. As she jumps out like the cat off the seal, the window seal. Spread legs. As you're just gliding up on top, Meme looking back. Zephyr fully jumps back in and makes a large splash. Kinshin.
Do I splash her?
Jesus.
You do not. Not with a 5.
Okay.
It's piss poor form. Kinshin looks back over with beady eyes. No cannonball in onsen.
It was more of a belly flop.
Oh,
Zephyr, get
jumping.
out of the water. You're wearing your clothing.
So,
Ladies, let's go get some food and perhaps a yingling or something.
Seconded.
Oof. Been pretty low today.
A beer or alcohol brew of some sort.
Really, any of it at this point?
I helped Zephyr out of the water. Come on, Zephyr.
I try to
There's-
pull her in.
Don't fucking don't.
There's where I'm from in the sky. It's a delicacy of packaged worm-like noodles that are actually real worms, dehydrated. They're called wormin noodles, and they are delightful.
It sounds rather cheap and unauthentic.
Sometimes on a monk's budget, you have to eat what you can get your hands on.
Oh, I'd say these monks are eating a lot better than you, car kid. Come. It's been a good 40 years, but I think we can get better than dehydrated bugs for you. Come on. Let's go, kids.
You look over, and both Zephyr and Erchenye are in the water because I rolled a 2. So we're both in the water, just kind of like. Or at least this is how I am. Erchenye is just like.
I'm so pleased with myself.
You're just like splashing around me.
Girls will be girls.
After
Alright,
everybody leaves, I'm gonna look around, Rob, and I want to make sure that there are no traces of that shadow dragon left.
Investigation check.
You have your hat, though.
22.
22, you pick up your hat. You look inside the hat. You run along the outside of the onsen, checking every spot that there was a shadow. You even look past to where there's actual shadows within the building. You like kick and disturb some just to see what would happen. You shoot a crossbow bolt over into a dark area. Ting! You see one of the little lizards peer out. It pulls your crossbow bolt back inside. You're fairly confident that the shadows are free of nefarious beings.
I follow after the group on the way. I want to catch up to Clashgar and oi, mate.
Ah,
Oi.
oh. Hello, little Shadow Slayer. How are you?
Oh, peachy.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem that way. Fought off that big shadow dragon. So, you got some demons, bud. Work that stuff out.
Oh, yep. You know, work in progress and whatnot. You seem, I'm assuming we're back from the group a little bit. You seem, real chummy with Car Kid.
Well, yeah, he's my buddy. He's my pal. We wrestle.
Yep, seen that firsthand. It was quite something watching him.
Yeah.
Each other almost kill each other and then dropping bowling balls on each other's heads. It's lots of fun.
He has the advantage of being able to fly. I'll give him that. But, I mean, even from that height, didn't kill this. And there is definitely still like a large like lump where that bowling ball hit on his head. On his bald head. But yeah, we're pretty good friends. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, I don't really know a whole lot about either of you, and so I was just going to see, you know.
Oh yeah, well we met.
What the dealio is.
Yeah, we met at a melee tournament back when we were both on the road. He was a wandering monk trying to learn about the world, and he clearly needs a guide, as you've seen, to our kind of thing we've got going on the ground. And well, I'm kind of a loner at this point. A lot of people died where I came from in the whole region, so just kind of made my way south and started entering tournaments, hired as a bodyguard here and there, and found this group.
What you say? A whole lot of people died like a plague.
No, there was blood orcs and blood goblins that came out from all the caves up north in the northern reach, and everyone in the valley got swamped. All of the barbarian tribes just massacred. Even with our infighting among the tribes, we couldn't band together and defeat them all. Only a few of us made it out. And well, that was back when I was in my 20s, and I'm about 40 now, so getting up there, but I'm still spry.
Oh.
You look great for being 40s, mate.
It's calisthenics and fighting birdmen. You know, gotta keep limber. But yeah, it's a bit of a tragic past. Don't really like to talk about it too much, but I've come to trust you, and well, I'm sure I'll tell you more over drinks, as I tend to spill more intoxicated, and my belly just rumbles a little bit more. And I hope to catalog that entire fight in Car Kid's journal and his travels. I've told him much over the past few months, but there's always more battles to tell and tales to weave, so I'm sure we'll be having quite the powwow here soon with all the changes to your girlfriend, and you know, that big shadow dragon popping up out of wherever that came from, so there's always that.
Well, you mentioned you wanted to go looking for a gift shop.
Yes, I would love to get something to remember that crazy drug trip that I took. I need to remember that to never do that again.
Fear and loathing in the onsen or whatnot.
Fear and loathing in the onsen.
Well, after I got some things I need to get done. Would you like to accompany me with it?
I would absolutely love to.
Sounds great.
You have to talk to your girlfriend first, or is that like a...
I mean, it's not... Oh, yeah, it's not like I make plans and then I go, oh, wait, Clash God wants me to make plans with him instead, so I cancel plans with said girlfriend.
No, I get it.
Sorry, can't do it. Sorry, that's an inside sick burn on mic.
It's too real. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Sorry, I had to.
For those of you who don't know me personally, I overplan everything.
He does.
I double book my schedule all the time.
No, as you can tell, she's a strong, independent angel lady, and she don't need no man telling her what she can and can't do. So we just kind of do what we do. But no, it should be fine. And we haven't really hung out, and I would have kind of, do some stuff with you. I feel like I haven't got to know you too much, and I'd like to, what's your favorite color?
For
just
modern
ask him
sake,
out
will
for
you
dinner
two get
already?
over here and get on this godforsaken butterfly bridge? I'm starving over here. Sorry
All
for
right.
shouting over to you, Ernie.
Don't get your beard into a knot. We're coming. It's green, by the way.
We got
Green,
plenty of
okay.
time to talk inside the establishment. I'm sorry, Anye. I'm just a little hungry and thirsty.
It is okay. You'll get grumpy when you have not eaten. I understand.
You would not like this little man when he's hungry.
I'm not so little. I may be
Smaller than me.
I'm short, but I'm wide. And I give a little
You're like
I give a little football shuffle back and forth. Old enough to kick your arse.
You're not quite a hot dog. You're more of a double-stacked hamburger.
You could call
Rob,
me
is
a slider.
it still snowing?
Oh yeah, dude, we're up on top of this mountain.
We have to be freezing our arses off.
Yeah, if we hadn't soaked ourselves prune-like inside the onsen, we probably would, but
I mean, like, Carl and I are soaking.
good thing you're superheroes.
Suppose. I'm still gonna take, like, my robe and just kind of wring it out. And just kind of look at Zephyr and be like,
I hold up bits of my clothing so that they freeze that way.
seeing that idea, I go over to your hair and I lift it up to try and freeze it that way.
Oh, perfect.
I'll whisper to Daddy Fat Nuts. We practice this, and I just kind of lob him in the air towards Araignée. He kind of does like a little barrel roll and lands on her and kind of nuzzles up next to her.
We're gonna make a interactive roll on that.
Oh no! Can I roll to catch him?
Can I roll to not do that now?
Oh
I didn't do the interactive roll either. I don't know who did it.
no! Wolfenhouse, you've killed him! You killed DFN!
That was Wolfenhouse.
He's off the cliff!
That was Wolfenhouse.
As Daddy Fat Nuts, not quite yet prepared to be chucked into the air. Still in his maneuvers. Gets lobbed into a barrel roll.
Can I catch him?
And ends up flying in between your hands, Araignée.
I catch?
No, Daddy Fat.
It's okay. He'll use his fat nuts to just boing.
And as you see this, everyone rushes over the edge of the boardwalk platform attached by butterflies. And you guys currently see Daddy Fat Nuts doing his best glide using what God gave him.
Toboggan nuts.
as he is currently sky gliding down, as you can truly see for the first time, as they are spread by the wind, just why he's called DFN.
How far is that fall?
Oh, he's currently at a glide right now and just catching it, and just kind of, he's really enjoying himself actually.
Windsurfing.
He's
I
enjoying
air everything out, I
his
guess.
biological windsuit.
Can I jump off? And I don't want to catch him, but I want to just swoop under him and then glide as he glides above me. And we're like Birdman and Big Nuts just glide through the air.
Roll the help action to teach him how to properly glide himself.
And I'm gonna punch Buford in the arm and be like, why did you throw him off the cliff?
What do you?
No, he wouldn't. What's what I was doing?
Are you an idiot? What are you
He wasn't
thinking?
ready.
What do you roll with a
that
help?
poor
Is it just a straight
innocent-
number?
Oh yeah, technically you would be assisting Daddy Fat Nuts. Go ahead and roll a D20 acrobatics, Bloody.
Oh, acrob.
Bloody?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my acrobatics?
Nope.
Turtle.
Just a +1.
4.
4. Well, you have advantage, so you get to roll again from the help action.
My bad. 3.
Oh shit! It's not so much gliding as it's just the sheer friction. just complete rice patty hat on him, blown back like his cheeks. But Cart Kid's there, just trying desperately to assist him, and as you can tell, that Daddy Fat Nuts just isn't getting the hang of it. You gently tuck one of your wings underneath him and guide him back up to the platform where everyone else is at.
I have my hands out to him and I'd be like, oh, DFN, I'm so sorry, he is such an idiot. Well, how could he do this to you?
He runs up and hugs your neck and goes, oi, oi.
I snuggle him. I glare.
We practiced that. Just
You're
saying.
such an idiot.
I never said I wasn't, but we practiced that shit.
And I do the secret little handshake with him to make sure he's okay.
Oh yeah, it's like 15 parts.
Shit.
That gif is great.
Oh, it's amazing.
So Carl, don't spit in the drink.
Crisis averted.
As this time around, as you guys begin to descend down, you don't connect and raise back up over to Yoshido's platform. You begin to descend down below the clouds, even further into the valley than you have been before. And as you guys begin to break the cloud structure below, you get to see the stunning beauty of the area that you're in as you pass the jade green and gold sloped tops of the pagodas. As you descend down, as you see varying forms of animals gilded in gold in the corner of each of these pagodas. You can see several gardens down below, and you can finally see all of the never-ending cherry blossom trees that seem to line almost every pathway as far as your eyes can see down in the city of Mudang Dong below. As you guys continue to float down, you can hear the bells ringing again. As you guys further your way into the city proper, you drop down into a very lavish garden with several small bonsai trees to either side. As you guys land, just a little cherry blossom lands on the nose of Zephyr, and Daddy Fat Nuts gets one that he starts using as a shield as he picks it up and playing with it. As you guys are now in one of the city gardens of Mudang Dong.
Gotta love listening to those dongers.
Aye, it is a beautiful sound.
Kleshka, now that I'm thinking about it, did you not need to bring a lunch to the lying turtle?
Oh yes, I definitely am gonna grab him a knapsack, a little to go. Some Mudang Dong in a box, hot and ready for him.
Well, where was your favorite place to eat here last time you visited? All those years ago, my friend.
Well, kind of looks around left to the right, some things haven't changed one bit. He looks out and goes, others have changed quite so. I'm afraid we're both gonna have to wander in here. See if my old haunts are even still around, Cockhead. As he beckons to just join him on the main path. As you walk forward.
I'm certainly intrigued as to what your old stomping ground looked like years ago.
It was all centered around the bathhouses when I was here. There was food in the general market. I'll be honest, when I was here the first time, I didn't eat very well. It's kind of on. I was kind of on a budget.
Oh.
It wasn't a vacation tour, you could say.
You know,
judging by the overall girth of your belly, my small friend, I'd venture to say you could put down quite a load of small crawdads if I had to guess.
What?
You're one to talk about munching on bugs, Birdman.
I do love me some bugs, but
That's the one thing we may actually have in common. Looks
Bug
over.
meat.
We'll get you some bugs.
perhaps we can follow the nose of Daddy Fatnuts. And I hold him up if he sniffs. Cradle, as it were.
Right. Go ahead and roll a survival check with advantage as DFN uses his snaz.
I don't know what bonuses he has.
No, he's just assisting you.
14.
Use
Oh,
yours.
me? Oh,
Mhm.
survival. Oh, geez. Why do I have so much survival? 22. I have a +8. Jesus.
Oh my
I guess I am a druid.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
+6.
I have a +8.
11.
Did you just become best friends?
We just become best friends. So 22.
Daddy Fat Nuts puts his little nose to the wind. Seems to be pointing in the largest pathway exit from the current garden that you're in. One in a pathway headed where there are many more individuals. Mixed races between turtles, pandas, humanoids, even a few half-orcs. You see quite an eccentric population as you
Any
guys
birds?
descend. You actually see a couple owl-like Aarakocras. Very cosmopolitan city. You guys begin on your pathway down fine cobblestone streets. As you can see, carts being pulled left and right with various goods, some just building materials, some carrying large crates of livestock and chickens. There's a natural hustle and bustle to the city proper as what begins as a very narrow pathway widens out to a large city center. As you make your way in, you can see an elaborate fountain in the center of town that seems to immortalize a very, very large humanoid samurai in mid-pose with its katana up over its head, very battle-worn. helmet knocked off onto the ground in the direct center. Dang on. Daddy Fatnuts' nose keeps pointing you in the direction of a pagoda. Off to the right from the square, you actually see what looks like a large jade red panda sitting atop a very large and wide pagoda that seems to be open on all sides, a very open air establishment. As you can see, tables of people enjoying themselves, being served all sorts of delicacies and smells, as there's a large communal fire set inside the center of this pagoda where everything is being currently prepared. You guys breathe deeply into a very, very comforting, brothy kind of humid air as you guys are staring in that direction.
Well, how about you? It seems DFN has found a good place.
They have certainly upgraded the digs here. The economy looks to have boomed quite well for a city hidden within the mountains. There aren't many statues past that fountain in the center of town when I was here. And as you guys get closer, you can see in the artwork that there's just little red pandas running all over in different forms of play and mischief, as it seems to be telling small different tales with each little piece of architecture as you go further. And the steps go up, and it's not very far, 5 or 6, as you get up to a very wide open air pagoda where you're greeted by a young man, humanoid, dressed in a hakana, smiles and bows back at the rest of the group.
Guess I
Bring
will.
me your finest rub.
Cock it.
Oh.
Hey, please.
It kind of rolls
Hello
his eyes.
there. We are weary travelers looking for some good foods. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with DFN.
6.25.
It's a kid's plate.
He needs a little booster seat if you have one.
Come with me. As he leads you forward and brings you to a large, woven bamboo table in the middle of the action of a very, very busy lunch day. We're currently all seated within very, very sturdy, as you can see the bamboo shoots that come up to the corners of these chairs. You almost feel like you're a king or queen when you sit down in them, and it's entirely comforting. It feels like you're at your own court at this point, as menus are passed around, and like anyone in a foreign culture, begins the game of everyone comparing what they want and then ultimately trying to order the same thing that everyone else has ordered, because their fear of failure is so strong. As people are beginning to choose back and forth, Lockhart raises his hand. Don't worry, just order the left side of the menu. I got dinner. It's the least I can do for dragging everyone into this mess.
Whew.
Sorry, I just nailed my mic stand.
Jeez, Tyson.
It's not real food. Calm down, man.
It sounds like your tummy's grumbling a little extra hard there, Court Kid. Don't worry. We'll get some mud bugs for you. And as he nods to the waiter to bring everything in the kitchen sink, I want you guys to think about what she would like to eat while we take a quick break and go use the restroom and go refill beverages.
what I would like to eat in real life, because I would totally be down for this.
This short Nord. I am Carl.
Carl, that girl next to you is really cute.
Yeah.
If you go back to
She's
the Valentine's
beautiful.
Day episode, I look even better.
All right, Coach, let's see that roll. Here it is.
I've got
Natural
the stream up.
18. Nice.
I've got the stream up on my phone so I can talk to you guys.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, Carl.
Hey.
No, not you, the other Carl.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Hey, Carl.
Oh, yes.
That beard looks tasty.
This beard is gross. Oh, check it out. Check this gross. This is this is really gross. So I've been growing my beard out for the hockey playoffs. This is so gross. Wow. So bad.
Well, at least you got one, but that looks like my painting streams, all I do is just reapply light strokes of paint to my face instead of an actual beard.
Contrary to popular belief, I do have a mustache. It is just very blonde. It's actually thicker than the rest of my beard.
Oh, look at that. Super cute.
Yep. It
Let's see
just
those
blends in
chat
because
hands.
I'm a pale person. And I like the blues. St. Louis blues. Looks fake, don't believe.
Picture didn't happen.
Press X to doubt.
Wolfen House, it's okay. I meant to lob him, and I guess I just threw him overhand instead of lobbing.
Yeah. Go Bruins. I like the Bruins. Not bad. At least you're not a Blackhawks fan. Sorry, Blackhawks fans.
Man, I wasn't happy, but I'm not mad.
Right.
I wasn't gonna let an interactive roll kill Daddy Fat Nuts.
It's like, oh,
Heck
get
no.
a squirrel.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna use it to make a fun moment of him gliding. So.
No, I'm fine with it. It worked out because it really stressed me out.
Well,
I was
that's
like,
the whole-
how far is he falling? Because I'm diving in for him.
That's the whole point, is to make you suffer for a minute and then realize that it's totally okay. Oh my God. Leon, you're such a diva.
Oh man.
He's such a lazy asshole. Look at it. Look at it. So lazy.
Paul's crossed, laying over. Oh.
Draw me like
Oh, the hard life that this one has.
Mom, weren't you scratching my ears? Oh.
The struggle, man.
It's all
me
good.
like
Wolfen,
one
don't
of your
worry about
French
it.
cats.
Your cat
Pretty
has so
much.
much
Oh,
personality,
God,
it's
this was the
ridiculous.
No, was it Leon?
I'm sorry. I'll put it back. Hold on.
My boy. Leon. Oh.
Oh.
Can you
Oh,
put your
You've had
face?
it.
Oh my
Reaching
God,
to
I want to
chat.
cuddle it so bad.
Oh, look at this camera whore right here. Earning the big bucks.
man.
Tokens.
Tokens.
Does he like belly rubs?
Depends. You know, it's a toss-up like with most cats. Sometimes it's dangerous.
I
One
mean,
of my cats loves belly rubs. Loves it.
to be touched or to attack, you never know. The instinct is strong in all ways.
What's that gif you see, like the girl scratches the cat's head or something and the cat's claws come out and then it slowly goes back. It's like, I love you. No, I hate you. No, I love you. Oh, man.
You're gonna roll off now. Fatty. He doesn't like his box anymore because if he's up there, then there's a window, so. No more box cat.
Sounds like a typewriter for a second.
Ching.
Yeah.
Mike, is the Blues game over?
Yes, we lost in overtime.
Oh no! I was wondering because Carl had an awful frowny face.
They
The guy hand passed
he
in
hand-
front of the goal.
What?
And time, and the refs were like, oh, we missed it. We didn't
And
do
they
it.
challenged it, and they're like, nope, that's a goal. And then I'm pretty sure Petrangelo broke his stick over.
Really? This? Oh man, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sport's so hard later.
Critical fail on the refs.
Overgrown.
As
beach
the young man comes back to our table almost immediately with a large bottle within a wicker basket that you can see is almost looks frozen to the touch on the outside, and you can see what looks like the face of a large frost giant on the front and just two crossed axes up above. And as you turn the bottle around to the back, there's actually just a large yeti with both of its fists up like it looks like it's gonna pound the ground. I figured everyone is due for a round of cold sake. It's been a while. Thank you, young man. And small jade cups are passed around to everyone in the group. And you can see that each cup has a different little red trash panda doing something. Mine currently has one that's dipping into a basket on one side of it, and then it's scurrying and running, and it has a large loaf of bread in its mouth.
Mine is scaring another one.
So I pour into the jade cups. To new beginnings with a little less baggage. To a fresh start in a Mudang Dong.
Are we getting new bags?
Here.
To
No,
Quattros.
Quattros, if you want to sponsor me, I will eat your pizza all day long. I don't care if it makes me sick. I have like 20 of their cups.
oh, it's as delicious as I last remember it.
What?
Are you
What?
alright there?
Oh, my goodness, you guys drink some. What was that mysterious liquid? It was hot. It's very hot.
It's cold and then it warms. It's called alcohol. I'm sure you've had plenty of it before.
I've had alcohol, but not of that variety. I'm more of a lemon-flavored guy myself.
What is
You're
up?
lemon flavored? I go bite him.
You're not gonna find any lemon drops here, I can tell you that. This is your number one option. You don't want to go for number two.
Ugh.
It was a favorite drink of a friend of mine back where I'm from. Another bird man of sorts.
Yeah, you always want to pick the first sake, not the second. That's number two is hot. You don't get the hot sake. It's for amateurs.
Let's try some of these non-dehydrated grubs you speak of. My belly is rumbling, and now it's on fire thanks to that infernal drink.
And about that time, several different humanoids come out with just platter upon platter upon platter, as there's a large plate of crawdads that gets dropped onto the table in front of you with their little tails tucked up underneath them. There's a large family-style pile of fried rice with various forms of pork and beef and shrimp and some lo mein. There's a giant pile of salt-encrusted edamame that Lockhart immediately starts popping out and shooting into his mouth. As you guys begin to be amazed at just the sheer amount of food that continues to roll out, you actually see the wisp of a small smoke-like dragon come from the center of the actual establishment as that smoking dragon, as it curls and ropes back over itself. You can slowly see an entire ghost ship of sushi begin to form as it slowly floats out and descends into the middle of our table. Oh.
Before that happens, the second it's a ghost dragon, Buford draws his crossbows. On edge. What the fuck?
And you can see totally different kind of dragon and very light colored smoke, but it does make you grab hold of your holsters as you watch it transform, rightfully so, into a giant plethora of sushi in all forms that descends into the middle of the table. That's my entire quest now, is to get Ghost Sushi Boat. I need magic, damn it.
Well, you'll just have to settle for just a sushi boat then.
I can still settle. A little bit of dry ice around a sushi boat, I'm okay. It's been so long since I've had one of those with friends too. Free me.
I'll just have to visit and bring sushi.
As the mystical sushi dragon is coming to the table, I cast minor illusion of another dragon at the end of the table, and then while hopefully everybody gets distracted, I just try to take the entire tray of crawfish to myself and just like kind of slide it over in front of me.
You do so with, there's so much food, no one even notices you doing it.
So do I shoot that ghost dragon? Like, what the fuck? It's like I'm having flashbacks.
Come on, bloody! They're not the same. Look at them. They're more look. They're long and almost slender and snake-like. They're not the same.
All right,
Relax.
all right.
Relax.
Yeah, watch. I wave at one.
I know it's been a rough week for you.
Yep. Not a better week in the household.
So,
Perhaps the food will take it off your mind.
Hope so.
what do you say here, Lockhart? You want to go 1 for 1? One tray to one tray. We'll see who taps out first.
I look back over him and I got lo mein hanging down all the way down to my beard. So I go, there's no way with the variety, the sheer variety of food we have here. I'm not going to be able to keep up with you. And I reach over within your distraction. Horrible sleight of hand with the 5. I snatch just a handful of crawdads from you and begin shucking.
I don't even chuck. I just eat them whole.
I can't. That's good. That's gonna be a lot of fiber there, cockhead. That's a lot of fiber.
Waste not, want not, my friend.
I take one of them and I try to eat it with the shell and all, and I immediately regret it.
Side
Pass me the socket.
Side note: I've been with Rob at a Mongolian grill where they stopped bringing out crawfish because him and George destroyed platter after platter of crawfish from the buffet.
I'm pretty sure the audience gets the illusion at this point that I may have shut a buffet down for all you can eat crawdads.
Yep,
It's the only time that's ever happened.
And unless me and Chad were both at the same one, that's twice that's happened. Because
No, we did it to Mongolian Grill multiple times.
Okay.
That's why they stopped the promotion. We would go to Mongo Grill when they had all you can eat crawfish. And what is that number?
Yep, that number is 3 trays or something like that. And
about 3 trays. About 3 trays.
Yeah. If you've ever been
Guys
to a
are
crawfish
animals.
boil, there's no stop. Like, the meat's this big. It's half of it's the journey.
Yeah. Well, I must say, these they are way better than the dehydrated worms that I'm used to. So
Told you that broth is a hell of a lot better. I slap you on the
played.
back.
I might be raining shit fires from above later, but well worth it. Well worth it.
You cast firebolt from your asshole? What the hell?
Do you revert back to the feral birds? Do you just sometimes go up there and let one loose and just let the gods sort out who gets hit by that pile? You know, you're not that small. That's like a softball coming down there, buddy.
Every now and then when you're flying as high as I can fly, sometimes just gotta let it go.
Knew it.
Easier.
I knew
I've seen his butt throw up at a very low altitude, and it was not good. Thank God we were on country roads because that bush got covered.
I can just see it.
You are literally animals.
And you can see as the drinks begin to set in a little bit, Lockhart is very happy to be in a familiar place.
While that conversation's going on, I'll just pull Aaron Yates to the side and go, noticed a big change. We're still good, right? Like, it's not like, oh, hey, I'm now happy Aaron Yates, and I love rainbows and sunshine and stuff, and
But she
I think
does.
you're stupid. not talking to you. But thanks.
Perhaps I'm just a bit more righteous, I guess. But, I mean, if you're saying that you've misbehaved, well, then I can correct that behavior later. There's that laugh.
You could say I have misbehaved a time or two, and that would be okay with me.
Do not worry, Buford. I am exactly as I was before. Just shinier.
I like it. It suits you. I mean, I like the old you, but this is nice too. So just double checking, making sure we're still good.
We are still good. Just kind of pat his thumb up.
Lockhart just kind of snickers, sees both of you talking. By the way, thanks to the interactive rolls, while not very strong, you guys still receive a 10 hit point temporary buff.
Nice.
Now, Rob, when you do this usually means we're gonna die.
All the food is poison.
Is this to our max
Poison.
HP? Max HP or just healing?
Temp HP.
Temp HP.
Are we getting a long rest, by the way, or is this... Probably not. Long rest a little too.
Well, right now we're just drinking and eating. We're not like sleeping and going to bed.
You can click this as a short rest for sure.
So, how much have we had to drink at this point? Just like a sake shot? Not too much, or
not much.
Okay.
This is like within the first hour in the dinner.
Nice.
I must say, everyone, we've been on. This has been quite the journey of my life. I never thought in a million years that I would be in this predicament with people that I once looked down upon, but you guys have become my family. I wouldn't have it any other way anymore. So thank you for taking me in and all of my crazy weirdness that comes with me, and I'm trying to clear my negative opinions of this country and the land that you guys walk upon, and it's all because of you all, so thank you.
Well,
Carkets, how did you come to walk among us land dwellers? Seems strange that you would leave your roost and come down here.
you see a toothy grin from Clashgar as he knows the tale that's about to unfold.
Well, I didn't do it by choice. I'm from an entirely different plane, what you all commonly refer to as the elemental plane of air. And our kind don't come down here. It's considered a disgrace, usually amongst our people, and only happens in the rarest of circumstances. Our culture, we believe in the teachings of Chan, who's the Archmental of Air, and over the course of our civilizations and avoiding the discrepancies and the lesser of what they consider, you land dwellers, we've had peace and prosperity basically since the beginning of our time, and that all changed when Ogremar came to be. It's how I found myself here. I was born and raised to be trained in a particular fashion, one with the shadows and watching my surroundings in order to protect our queen. See, we have factions, and we're all trained to do specific things, and mine was to protect the circle and the queen, and I failed at this as we were set upon by General Machio Miyagi, and it didn't go well for me, and I was basically set up and cast out. But where I'm from, the Sombra faction, this is where I came from. And my sensei was very displeased with me. His name was Sensei Sombra Creasy, and he was an idol. I worshipped him. But basically, I failed. I was set up to take the fall, and I was exiled from New Worksis.
Oh, so you're saying you got experience to the current situation?
Yes, It didn't end well for me, so now I was exiled and found my way to different parts of the land, and I needed to keep my monk skill sharp, and that's where I ran into my good pal Clashgar at a tournament of champions.
That's me.
Oh, you don't say, Clashgar.
I would never have guessed.
I know, that's why I said it.
So, really, I'm here. I'm trying to find as much information as I can on General Miyagi and any of his clan that might have anything to do. I have no idea if the queen's still alive. Basically, there was an attempt on her life, and I was set up for it. So I don't know if she's still alive or not. But one day I plan to at least find General Miyagi and die trying to kill him, or kill him and earn my rightful place back amongst our land.
So, Kakit, I have a question. Back in the onsen, you said that you do not partake in relationships, but I do remember at the Triple D, there was a certain whom you're in with the masks and the,
The whips and the chains.
There's quite a difference between benefits of getting drunk in a bar and having an actual relationship. Usually, one does not lead to the other in my case. While we refrain from finding love, we generally can partake in
Lust.
pleasures of the flesh from time to time. But love is considered a weakness. And to find love is to find your imminent doom in most cases, because with
Glad
that
you
weakness...
found great understanding through some land dwellers. That's good for you, kid.
Yes.
Got those pleasure feathers.
A man has his needs, be it a birdman or a man or an ogre man. We all need to take care of ourselves from time to time.
Hearing Karkid's story, I'd pour myself another drink.
Well, at least that explains a little bit about the way you are.
Yes,
Kind of just
very
motion to all of
different.
you.
Very different upbringing.
You can see why we had to team up. He's pretty good at fighting. Yeah. But also, he needed a guide to, get through the world, and I needed a friend. Because,
You are basically his Manny.
well, it's a give and a take.
Klashgar has been a great friend, and he's taught me many, many things about the cultures and lands that we've traveled. So, I owe him much.
We owe each other nothing.
Ah.
Because that's the cost of friendship.
Here, here, good sir, and I take another sake shot.
I take that opportunity to pour myself another one.
I will drink to that.
Mm.
And I'd like to ask the waiter if there's a jade wolf shot
Wolf.
glass that I could perhaps purchase.
As the waiter's not around at the table at the moment, but in good time.
So
Yes.
I don't remember in the little one-on-one me and Buford had, were people around listening, or was that kind of a side thing between the two?
I
of
rolled a
us?
nat 20 on whether or not I was paying attention. I mean, you guys were only on the other side of the pool.
I think I
The quiet
interjected
pool.
once. I think people got partials.
Yeah.
Maybe got partial, maybe not the whole thing. Maybe started to listen and then lost interest.
Yeah, because I remember I specifically rolled on whether I would be listening or completely ass asleep, like not paying attention.
I'm pretty
And
sure
I rolled
that-
a nat 20, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I listened for a bit and then started making the fart squirt noises with my hands with Zephyr over the corner of the pool, trying to shoot each other like we're clams.
Cannot take you guys anywhere nice.
I think I do remember that happening.
Mm. And I pour myself another shot of sake. So I forgot that I always stare with one eye.
I was gonna say, you have a...
I only have one.
Especially so right now, though.
Now the one that I do have is very small. Look back over. It's what all playing story time. Tell us how you got here, Jeannie.
Who's Jenny?
Je not say. Sorry, it's a strong accent.
Oh, you mean me. Well, it's kind of sad, but it's also kind of really awesome, but really, really sad. So I grew up in a really awesome circus.
Poured himself another drink.
I thought you were shushing me.
No.
I thought you were shushing her too. I thought you were just like, all right, done with this.
I'm
Just kidding.
Okay.
I know I asked,
Nothing
but never
attention.
mind.
That would be me. And Tyson at like 3 a.m. would. It's okay. It's
No.
okay. No. I'm just pouring myself another drink and intently watching.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't
that's
see your
great.
hand.
The look of betrayal on her face. She was just heartbroken.
Fine,
No.
I won't say anything. Before I
As you were.
I grew up with my family in a circus, and it was probably the best thing ever. And I got to see all of the animals, and they were my friends. And we just kind of roamed around the countries, and we went here and there. We performed for everyone, and it was a really good time. And then one year on my birthday, I let out all of my animal friends, and we went into this valley because we were gonna have a tea party, because I always like party for my birthday. And we went, and I sat everybody down, and then suddenly there was some sort of a storm or something. I don't know. It seemed like it just kind of came out of nowhere, and a tree fell down, and I got trapped in. this is where the sad things happen. You know, when you're trapped under things, you can't get out of them, and I wasn't able to get out and help all of my friends get away from the water, and also the camp was destroyed. And so once I got out from under the tree, I decided that I'm gonna go out and save everything I possibly can. And then I take another shot.
Lockhart takes one as well. Sorry. What happened back at the Obre must have been even worse for you.
What happened at the what?
Obre.
Yeah. It was definitely really, really awful, and it took me back to that day, and I hate feeling like that, and so I just had to go and do anything I possibly could to help everybody I could, because I know that it's not my fault, but I feel like it still sort of is our fault. So it's all good. And she takes another shot.
Do we need to start making Constitution saves yet? I would like it to be known that Araignée is not just like shoving her gob and chugging sake.
I rolled a 7 and I still got a 19.
Jesus.
Jesus. Your constitution is insane.
As I actually just pull a handful of lo mein and just...
Is it dry?
No.
How dare you?
I feel so bad for everybody's interactive rolls. They're so low today.
Oh my gosh. Jinx.
But, so that's how, well, I just kind of like wandered around a lot, and that's how I kind of found this group. I just saw a piece of paper on a tree, and it said, meet me at this spot in the middle of the woods, and you'll have fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm up for that. And I did. And look, I'm having so much fun.
I was really hurt up. I can't believe anybody signed up. Well, the city of Skygon thanks you for doing so. As I reach over and I grab a couple of more mud bugs and crack them open.
Crap them open.
Crap them open.
What do you mean that he did not approach you in a strange bar and say, hey, you want to go save some things, maybe kill things? That's...
Nope, I met a stranger in the woods.
There comes a time in your life where you need to stand up for something bigger than yourself and take action in your own hands. I think we have a pretty good hook, line, and sinker for those that are looking for something new and adventurous. Unfortunately.
If you would not have told me anything about the crystals when we first met, I probably would not have joined you, Lockhart.
Rightfully so. I can understand. Oh my god, that gift! Is that a catfish?
Yeah, it's a fucking catfish drinking a beer.
Is he drinking a stag?
Oh
That's
my.
insane.
That's Hill shit right there.
That's a redneck catfish.
Just curious, how did Lockhart convince you all to join his cause?
It said free kittens on the paper.
Zephyr, you followed a pamphlet that said free kittens into the woods.
It's never worked out bad so far.
I I take a big drink.
Follow the pamphlet that said free kittens in the woods.
Free kittens and adventure.
In real life or a character question?
Both. I feel it's the same answer.
I mean, technically, I met Rob by being lured to the basement with free chicken, so.
Yay!
And about this time, Clashgar, without even you noticing, you see a small little jade. You said you wanted what kind of creature?
A wolf.
Jade wolf.
Yeah, you have a small jade wolf in front of you. As you turn, you look at the table and you look back, and you can just see the smile of the young man as he nods back over at you. He's also running a basket back behind the grill in the center, and for the first time you can actually see as Lockhart raises his hand and he smiles and nods, he's actually bought a round for the kitchen staff, and you can see with a small chef hat on a very short catfish man back behind the grill currently.
You have inspired us.
Slamming a set of beers thanks to Ascentennial's 18 interactive roll.
There he is.
Well, hey, Fred, why don't you give me some of that beer? Okay.
And you can see him doing work. It's very much like Monster Hunter, just going to town back on this hibachi style grill. But for the few moments that small catfish little humanoid, I'm totally channeling the Final Fantasy online race for that. It just kind of waves back with its little fin back at the rest of the table.
You see Clashgar look down and just. Is it a figurine or a little Jade Wolf figurine?
Yeah, it's a little figurine.
He just kind of starts sobbing a little bit, and he just says, wipes a tear from his eye, and just says, "Thank you very much. The name of my tribe was the Jade Wolf tribe, and you know, this is not a very common thing, so thank you." And he just takes it and he puts it in his little side satchel that he's got. And he goes, "I truly love Mudang Dong." Such a great
Lockhart nods over at you. Kind of turns his head to make sure nobody can see he's crying out of one eye.
I legitimately started tearing up. That your explanation was so long, I was emotionally preparing and it didn't stop. I don't know.
Compounded with Missouri allergies, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's my secret. I'm constantly crying.
He goes, yeah, I was part of the Jade Wolf tribe, and that just means a lot. So, thank you very much. You're a good friend, Lockhart.
You're welcome, Clashgar.
And I just lean to Karkid and just say, write that down.
That's my secret. I write everything down.
Yeah. Could you draw this? And I give it to him to draw.
And I draw a perfect 3D replica of his Jade Dragon in a matter of seconds. It's amazing.
It's like an iRobot when he just becomes a printer. But yeah, so cheers to
you have my talons forever, brother. I'll always be here for you. I know what you've been through.
And you as well. We will avenge you and avenge my family and tribe as well.
Well,
and
on
for the rest of you, I hope I can help out.
Avenge everyone!
I'm going to say it. It sounds like we have a lot of avenging to do. It is like it is our name or something.
The Revengers.
It is perfect.
Well,
The Revengers.
I
since
did
we're no longer
volunteer
bound
us.
to protecting a city-state, it seems like the least I can do is accompany you and help you on your own personal goals.
I mean, I did, as far as me and Klashkar go, I did kind of volunteer us to help Bloody Buford. I'm not sure how many of you caught our hot tub talk, but
Ooh.
he's been through much, as we all have, from what it sounds like. But I did say I would, he saved me, and I'm willing to go to the end for him as well. So yeah, I know Klashkar will follow me. So I'm here for everyone. That you guys have been here for me. So let's Saki.
Well said.
Let's make this official. Saki for all.
To the Revengers.
The Revenger!
To us.
To the Avengers.
At this point, I'm like 3 trays full crawfish down, and a plethora of sake bombs.
The only thing that's keeping everybody upright is the delicious Heroes Feast that they've had. Partial Heroes Feast. Thanks to all those interactive roles.
I grab. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I look at Klashkar, I go, was that the only thing you were looking for, was a little jade trinket?
I mean, anything to remind me of what was is a good thing. Most people try to block those bad memories, but they're part of what make you who you are. And I just want to remember home as much as I can. Nothing was left when I was forced out of my home, and this will be a great reminder.
I want to hold up a shiny plate and hold it up to Klashkar and be like, here, there is still something left of your tribe. It is right here. And I point to your reflection.
This plate come from your tribe, mate?
You've heard you're an idiot.
Lockhart just smiles back
That
at a gorgeous moment.
Just kind of put my hand on his face and just...
As Klashkar kind of just chuckles a little, just... Thank you, Aaron Ye.
Anytime, buddy.
That means a lot. I do one of these giant hugs.
Yep.
Big old bear hug.
Erinye is similarly slightly uncomfortable, but accepts it.
I mean, you get a little bit of that shoulder snot and tears on you, a little. Sorry. Sorry about that. And
That's fine. Then I kind of wipe it off on something else.
At this point, Lockhart is busting open crab ragoons and dipping them into sweet and sour sauce. And the combination kind of makes it like some sort of Asian redneck pepper jelly. Just slowly crunching on it, just savoring his feast.
say that looks pretty good. Can I try that?
Oh, it's the best combination. I learned this when I was on a budget eating in the streets. Oh, that crab ragoon diet several years ago.
Crab ragoon diet.
And I just
Sounds like the best diet.
I just throw 3 of them over the table.
And as Ethan says, you're not supposed to eat your feelings, but damn it, this is delicious.
Today we eat our feelings, Klashkar.
To that, and I'll cheers a rangoon. A rangoon cheers.
I bite that one.
And if I ever see that son of a bitch again for killing Neffel, I'm gonna put my hammer straight through his fucking head.
Agreed.
What was that guy's name? The really, really hot one?
Oh, you mean that guy that we like Oopsie.
Yeah, what was his name? Was that the guy that killed Neville? Chad. Was it Chad?
Nope. Chet. The T.
Cliff?
It's one of those asshole names I don't
Look it up.
Oh, his name is
Is it
Victor.
Chad? It's always the Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Victor.
We might have killed a Victor. I don't know, we killed a few guards.
We didn't kill that Victor.
No, we didn't kill this Victor. It's the one who sold me into magic slavery.
Oh.
The whole
So is
reason
that-
we're here.
I mean,
That
we
son
all
of a
have our.
bitch.
At this point, it feels like we all kind of have our own revenge plot. Is that yours?
I mean, I am
No.
tied
list.
to whatever Lockhart does, as he knows about the crystals, and I am learning more about them. So I go where he goes.
Oh, by the way, did you mean Clyde?
I don't know. Yeah?
For some reason, in my notes it's Clyde. I have no reason
You
to know
guys
that.
Clyde
Murdered
was the
Clyde.
handsome one that we killed.
You murdered
Yeah.
Clyde.
Yes.
Yeah, we murdered
That's
Clyde.
what she
okay
was talking
looking
about.
at best.
I couldn't remember if Clyde was the one that killed Neville or if it was somebody else.
No, Clyde was the one who fucked your cat toy.
No, I know who Clyde is. I remember.
Phrasing.
No, honey. No. Clyde was the one who fucked your cat toy, baby.
This has turned into a sassy Sex in the City
hold
brunch.
on. I am retconning it. This is the moment that you guys went to the bathroom at the Jade Crash Panda. This is an entire conversation that you had in the women's room. No, honey. Clyde was totally different. That was not Victor.
Guys, I don't think you can get away with that dab over there. Think you're sneaky, but you're not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's funny.
Sneak dab.
Sneak dabs. This is what we've come to.
I'm one with the shadows.
Not though, you're incomplete.
Oh my god, you have a gif of you with
Oh my
fire going
god, you
on
have a-
you?
Yep, he does.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow,
anything-
Tyson.
How many times did you record that? You're like, that's the one.
Anything for the embers, baby. Anything for the embers.
Wow. I just.
It was a cat pillow, not a real cat.
Yeah, I forgot my words. I'm sorry, it sounded like.
Nope. That's clipped and it's getting downloaded and put on the interwebs forever.
We do not condone that kind of thing here,
No.
and that's
What?
why we murdered him.
Yes.
What is going on?
The
What do
gift
you mean?
broke everything.
It was too much.
You're I don't know what your dab did, but I went to 100% resources for a minute.
Can't handle the dab.
Oh god.
I have no idea what just caused that. No clue. That was so strange. It honest to God is. It really is. Your GIF causes
Maybe because it's so high def.
it causes massive spikes.
Get it out of here. Get it off screen.
On what? Your chat, like for Chrome or something?
Yeah, because I have a couple different ones of them open. Yeah, it does. That's
Get it
wild.
off screen.
That's awesome. Dab of destruction.
It's probably
Too powerful.
It's probably just because of how poorly our chats wrote. How it's not like it's essentially on stilts. It was never built to be this robust. They had to completely rebuild it. I wonder if that's the case. Yeah, that shot me up, man, to 100. Like I went from 60% resources to like 100%.
That's awesome.
That's nuts, dude.
Dab is too powerful.
It's okay. I'm fine now. Wow. And I look back over at Car Kid. Actually, that son of a bitch is just one point of contention for me at this point. He's new to the list. There still
So you
much
have
to
a
be
list.
I mean, we still have that entire kingdom who just wants to fuck people. Not just cats and cat toys.
It's a cat pillow.
Pillows. Zahi. Pillow.
It's not their fault. Oh my god, that gif.
It was definitely Clyde's fault. I'm just saying.
Was it not,
It's not their
what was
fault.
his name?
It's not necessarily even Milton's fault. It's set up.
Wasn't it King Durakovic? No.
Yeah. He is the king of the Whale-Gradian Empire, and I'm sure they won't stop until magic is sniffed out. It's certainly why they sold me into magic slave traders. Contradictory pieces of shite. They want it snuffed out. They don't like the way that we use it. Just think of a city like this that's bound between the forces of good and evil and the perverse of entire magic that keeps this city hidden. What do you think would the Whale-Gradian Empire do to a place like this?
Probably something pretty similar to what they did to the other one.
We should sneak butterflies in their food.
Gentrification?
Make them lick butterflies.
Did you say gentrification? That's great.
But worse, we're not just talking about targets popping up in low-income neighborhoods here. Zephyr.
You old target.
Real quick, Lockhart, what the fuck was Milton's deal? Seems like you guys knew each other.
Milton happens to be the person that gave us the authority to do what we did. He's the one who essentially greenlit the program for a group to take justice into their own hands. He's a follower of Tyr at heart. Whichever way that justice is achieved, no matter to the Inquisitor.
I mean, he seemed to care a little bit, considering he was after us. And then he just would not leave us alone. He kept trying to, and sometimes succeeding.
We are
bringing down Buford.
Technically responsible for the loss of a lot of lives, whether...
If we are going by technicalities, I will fight you for this, Black Hat. It is not our fault. It was not our bomb. We saved lives that day. I refuse to admit that it was our fault. We saved lives. Everybody would have died if it were not for us.
I agree with you. I am explaining only his side and position. I am on your side. I'm just merely stating the devil's advocate if you want to know his position. That's it. And he doesn't have the whole side of the story. We never got a chance to tell him. And if we did tell him, we might still be in the bottom of a jail cell. It's a price you pay for operating in the shadows.
That is true. He probably couldn't hear me when I was stopping it. We were innocent. We were pretty far away.
This is true.
So there's no gray in Milton's world, or it's all black and white?
We were the gray. Bloody. We were the gray in his world. We lost that opportunity.
I mean, if you look at it from his perspective, they ransacked our village, or our home for that matter. We put up a fight. We tried to save the city. It didn't really go too well. But we were associated with blowing up the harbor. We never decided to come forward to even talk. We tried to run, which did make us look rather guilty at that point. Even though we weren't. I've just clarified we weren't. But from his point of view, we were running. we were not really, I mean, we did kill some people. They didn't find out about, hopefully. Perhaps if we would have just surrendered and thrown ourselves, maybe things would have gone different, but this is where we are now. We could replay it in our heads 1,000 times over to try to change the past, but I don't think that's quite possible at this point. Maybe Milton's still alive.
Unless anybody's got a pocket witch spell, do they? And I poured myself another drink. Go back. It wouldn't do you any good anyway. It's time to move forward. You know in your heart of hearts that you tried to save and help people.
I do check my pockets.
And you open up the pocket, and there's a small phrase handwritten on a napkin from months ago. What does that phrase say?
Notes?
Oh, it says, oh my gosh. I have this.
Your dick is small, but your heart is big.
Wait, is that what you put in his lunchbox every day?
That's unfortunately, Mike, you lost the opportunity. That's exactly what it says.
Oh no!
Oh.
What is this?
It says your dick is small, but your heart is big. As you unwrap
Was it something that you actually gave me, or was I make that up?
No, it's an
Oh,
improv.
I was like-
It's an improv moment, Mike.
I'm so note specific.
It's okay.
like,
Your better half took care of you. As you
God damn it.
On his gravestone, I will make sure that that's what's on your grave.
Damn. Fine.
It's official now. It's canon.
Yeah. Well,
I just nod and say, I don't have a witch spell, but I always have this good advice.
it's an observation, it's not advice.
Do you open it up and present it like it's a treasure map in Sea of Thieves? To the rest of the group?
Your dick is small, but your heart is big. Well,
Sage words, is it not? Sage.
Aaron Ye just kind of like,
Speak for yourself. And as you are extending that napkin over to the rest of the table, you begin to see people rise up out of their seats and all stand. As you begin to hear the marching footsteps of a large army. As Lockhart stands up, peering over the shoulders, you can see a procession of a large military parade go through the streets of Mudang Dong. And you can see it several times during this procession. The rest of the crowd bows as you can see what appears to be military figures on horseback with several different banners in the skies. You can see almost triangulated flags that are jade in color and gold gilded on the edge with what looks like, you can't really even make it out what the symbol exactly looks like in the center. And as this continues to happen, it is a long parade. Footsteps of fully outfitted samurai continue to march forward and through, and it's becoming like, how many times eventually like Lockhart looks at the rest of the group and like not trying to appear out of place, starting to bow as it seems like an endless amount of generals keep flowing through this parade.
Can I turn to somebody near and ask? Is there somebody near me to ask? Oh my god, this Pikachu.
And you look over to your right, and there is a couple in their, look like in their late 40s.
Excuse me, we are new here. What is...
Looks back over at you very stern, with almost caution in their eyes. And holds still and turns and bows back at another rider on horseback. As it's eerily just silent, and you realize that people could probably hear you for several tables. You can just hear the march and pounding footsteps as you can see another set of well-armored individuals with long pole arms as this military parade continues to flow through the streets. It goes on for 10, 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I lean in over to Ernie. I don't remember there being quite this size army the last time I was here. I do so in the stealthiest fashion that I can.
Rob, can I make out what the symbols on the flag looks like?
Roll an investigation check.
That's a 6.
You peer out. It's a lot of geometry and just doesn't make any sense to you.
Do I notice anything, like any of the people acting strangely other than the bowing, or?
Not yet.
I was gonna say,
the only thing that's strange is the fact that no one seems to be allowed to do anything until this parade comes to an end.
The parade's still marching on?
Still marching on. At this point, you can see several paper lanterns being lit and rising up as it seems that the parade becoming less military in nature and almost ornamental, as there appears to be almost axe juggling of knives, large paper dragons that entail on the sides as they wrap and twist around, still with a strong military presence, but not as much intense bowing as there was in the first 45 minutes.
Are they making noise? I didn't know it before that everybody's quiet. Are they talking more now, or?
No one is saying a word.
Much of a festival.
I'll just kind of reach up to scratch my ear and whisper over the earpiece to Lockhart. Does this have anything to do with the statue we saw as we passed in here? We saw the big ninja statue thing, right?
No.
Oh, the fountain.
No, that's a relic. This is a new regime that I'm not familiar with.
It's even the kitchen staff has stopped. They're bowing. Everybody. Okay.
Everyone has stopped. And at this point, you can see a procession of almost geisha-style women that are finely decorated but instead of an intense powder white, it's actually all gold. You can see all of their skin is just a satin gold color. And if you look, you can catch every single person eyes are just jade green. Their hair put up in several buns, stark black. And you see an intense amount of cherry blossoms wisping around the air as a very beautiful part of the procession begins. And you can see as the crowd almost entirely bows for a very, very long time as you guys are kind of creeping to take a peek while you're bowed over. You can see a large handheld like chariot of another woman raised above all the rest with very, very elaborate costume and a large collar and crown above her head. And you can see several what look like Karkid's minor illusions of jade dragons floating around the top of her handheld chariot as it proceeds, as everyone stays locked into a bow, all of us trying to peek up with one eye as much as we can. Pulls our bodies back up as everyone comes back to standing position. We begin to see all of a sudden an elaborate stage begin to get constructed. And you can see several workers as the parade comes to a standstill. It forms up into a large, almost grandstand in the round, featured around that samurai statue. And I lean back into my earpiece. This is very new to me, Karkid.
I know it's been quite some time since you've been here, but what was the government like last you were here? Were they a monarchy, a republic?
Much looser than this. Very feudal.
Perhaps this place is not as peaceful as it once was, and
peaceful or not, maybe it's just taken a slightly different turn.
Usually when I have seen things of this nature, it's usually not worked out well for the people long term. Maybe we just ask around. Do you have any old friends in the city?
And as you speak, someone grabs you on the shoulder. As an older man with a full gray beard puts his hand on your shoulder.
Do the people look fearful?
I need you to roll an investigation check.
16?
16. You see stern faces and reverent faces. Depends on how you interpret that.
I mean, does anybody look like upset with it, like irritated that they have to?
The only time you've seen people upset is when they've been to silence either you or Karkid. Anybody else that would like to make an investigation check now, please do so.
I think Flashcar's small attention span has definitely got him in trouble as he keeps trying to grab that delicious combination of the crab rangoon sauces while he's sitting there bowing, just sneaking them back on the table.
I got an 18.
And I also
15.
have a passive perception of 19. So,
All right,
that does anything.
What are you investigating, Zephyr?
I want to investigate why no one is talking. Or, like what they're the most scared of. Are there other people around that are going to hurt them? Just kind of why is this parade happening? Like,
Look, and
what?
you can, as far as you can tell, it just seems to be a cultural situation.
I mean, you think they would have like warnings to tourists to be like, hey, at 5 p.m. we have a silent parade here, no talking.
This street will be closed. Please find another route.
Who else is investigating anything?
I rolled a 15 on investigation.
You need to tell me what you're investigating.
I am looking. Is there like, I know there's a parade, but is there like guards setting up perimeters, or is there just general?
You can tell there is a military presence all around you. As you kind of glance back, it's not just in the parade. There's a lot of government detail.
Would this, from the 15, would this kind of be like the same thing you would see if like the president's going through DC? It's just like cops and feds everywhere kind of thing?
But stronger and much more military based.
Okay.
Is it more like North Korea-esque?
It's a military parade.
Yeah.
Correct.
Is there anybody like in the military section of it, like any of the commanders or anything, like talking or anybody saying anything?
No, this thing has been done by, pure brute force of the sound of the amount of people that have been moving, and just the sounds of different instruments as they flowed throughout the parade.
With an 18, I would like to investigate to see if the parade is culminating to a certain point, like they're marching towards something, like a ceremony.
No, they've been building this stage in front of you right now.
Oh, okay. Then I would like to investigate if I can actually get away with eating the crab rangoon.
Roll me a stealth check.
That is...
Just bow and put your face in a plate.
That is a 13.
13. You do so in the most stealthful way that you know how.
Is it like midday, daylight out? Is it evening?
This has been lunchtime.
Lunchtime? I'll just at the guy that came to tell me to I'll kind of like look like everyone else and kind of bow to him, and then I'll whisper to him, "Is this normal?"
Just looks and glares, and he just shakes his head, and at first he's saying no, like shut the fuck up, and then he understands that you're confused, and he just nods his head yes.
Are people moving towards the stage, like the normal people, they're gathering around it, or?
No, it's actually encompassed still by just the sheer brute force, and you can see several samurai-style guards begin to pile around the actual center stage. And they're on the ground level, so it would look like almost a concert stage, but it's surrounded by armored samurai all around it.
Can I, with the guy that nodded to me, What kind of floor are we on?
Thatch.
Is the woman with the crown, is she at the stage? Did she go past the stage?
Already passed.
Is there anything still coming by? Like, is it still a parade going by?
No, it is forming the stage, as I've told.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure what that, if that was still...
The parade stopped and began building this stage out of nowhere that seems to encompass and circle around the large statue in the center of town.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use minor illusion as the guy's looking at me, like as he's nodding, and create a whisper.
That's not how. No, yeah, you can make.
I can make a sound from a whisper to a scream. But I guess I don't know if I can do words with it. And it says a sound.
Yeah.
And create a sound.
It's not. That's not the intention of that spell. It's not a. That's not a message spell. So.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
All right.
I'm reading what all else I can do with it.
Anybody else investigating anything at the moment as it continues as this stage is built?
I think we're just seeing what's happening.
All right. I need everybody to roll a general perception check. Right. Thanks to that interactive roll, I will let you guys have at the minimum a 17 or higher for the average. As you observe out into the parade, you realize there doesn't seem to be any kitsune at all within this parade. It seems to have been almost entirely humanoid in nature and half-orc.
I had a 22 with my roll, if that helps me find anything else.
You've only seen what appears to be the green skin of half-orcs within the walking military class. Any of the officers have appeared very humanoid on horseback, including the rest of the geisha-style women near the back of the parade. As you guys stare out, yes.
No, I was just gonna whisper to Clashgar. Hey, stop eating. There's your kinfolk are here. Do you look up?
But it's delicious. What?
No, look.
And I look up, and the crab rangoon just kind of falls out of my mouth, as I haven't seen this many half orcs in one spot since I left.
Do you know
They're
them?
not a very common collective.
Do you know any of them? Do any of them look familiar to you? I just assume you all know each other.
Oh, look, there's Jermaine.
That is assuming quite a bit, but they all have helmets on. I can't really tell.
Oh.
I would like to speak to a few of them, though.
Rob, is it mostly or like you said, the marching military half-orcs, is it only half-orcs, or is there some humanoids sprinkled in there?
There's still some humanoids sprinkled in between that, what appears to be the lowest ranking military.
But there are no higher ranking.
You didn't see any higher ranking half-orcs.
What is the lady? Or was?
Very humanoid.
Humanoid.
All right. As you guys continue to see this stage unfold with elaborate tapestries that drop down, you can actually see a large central figure seem to appear almost out of the fountain, as it looks like a doorway opens to where one of the hands are at within that statue, as a central figure walks down in very ornate military gear that is gold and shining. It's encrusted with jade and emerald. As it steps out onto the stone hand of that fountain statue, you can see several members from the military begin to build an actual person bridge as it fills in, as they bend over backwards and make stair steps, as each person that continues to make this human bridge seems to throw a tapestry over the back of the next, as it makes a large human staircase that this very ornate samurai figure seems to step down from, almost 10 people high, as it makes its way down onto the center stage. At that moment, everyone begins to bow intensely over and over again, almost in waves that continuously come just up and down, up and down. And as you can hear, everyone in the military go to high attention as their legs click together and pole arms come down. The entire population bends down into a full bow. You begin to hear a language that you do not understand. As it becomes eerily silent, just the sounds and instruments from the rest of the parade. I need you to make another perception check.
$16.
22.
21.
But I have a passive of 22, if that helps.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, what do we do when our passive is higher than what we roll?
It's passive. That's
okay.
It's still passive in nature, so it can only still garner passive information and not full rolls. You guys,
21 on the perception.
You guys look up, and after hearing almost 10 minutes of a speech that you don't understand, you guys see 4 different stockades brought to the front of the stage. You can see one person, panda in race. One person's a turtle. One person's a catfish. And one person's a fox. All different races. As you look across, as you hear another full attention from the military, everyone whips their heads down within a bow as the group continues to stare at the rest, as you see 4 uniformed samurai remove the heads of each individual race in front of you, publicly executed, as you guys are standing in shock, staring at what you've just witnessed. We will end this week's episode.
The fuck?
I'm so confused as to what's going on. Like, what the fuck?
This is some Hunger Games shit.
I thought maybe you had taken all friends from us just now, and I was like, no.
Well, that's the illusion, alluding to it, is that you've seen all of these different races, and you just saw publicly executed.
Feel like somebody would say something. Like the people who are being executed, you like know if they're gagged.
Like, we don't know. Like,
You don't know.
Do you know all of our languages? Like, it's just something we don't know.
No,
I thought I had something where if I stare at somebody, I think I have a spell.
Comprehend languages is a spell that.
I do have that.
Okay, nerd. Comprehend languages is a spell.
Anyway,
Sorry,
anyway,
Tyson.
can retcon that?
Gotta be ready.
I didn't know I had it.
No, you gotta be ready.
I love not having spells.
I know. I look like I'm like, man, can I do anything? Is there anything I can Nope, I can't. I know.
It's more of a scene for you not to interact with and for you to set the stage of where you're actually at. Now you
I was
have-
just looking to see if I had anything that I could get information secretively, like without
you're
talking.
You're in the middle of a military parade, man. Those citizens aren't going to speak out to you at the moment. You're going to be able to get more information outside of it, but not when it's going on. Especially not during, you didn't know you were about to see a public execution.
Again, notice like, hey, at 5 p.m., even though you're eating, just so you know, they're gonna cut some people's head off. If you're light of, if that puts you off your food.
Not your culture.
I wanted to just pass a note that said check yes or no. Like, are you in danger?
Man, that brunch turned really awkward. How many brunches you been to end in a public execution?
7.
7 to be precise.
Was it that brunch you went to on your birthday and that happened?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope it doesn't turn ugly because we haven't napped yet.
The
You
Grove is a silly
haven't done.
place.
You haven't done anything. You're a witness to the culture around you. I mean, other than talk a little bit in the movie theater, you're not.
I mean,
I'm sure if we were to
We've
stand up
done
and
things
go,
and like people get super offended. Like, I would not be surprised if somebody's like, "You there, you're eating. Sentence him to death."
You're not praising the emperor enough. Off with your head.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I just was waiting for Clash Guard to stand up. Excuse me. What is going on here?
Hello, I am confused.
I have not seen ogres, orcs, or any green-natured people.
Hey,
in
you
so long.
guys!
I'll tell you what the trigger point was. If someone wouldn't let me eat crab rangoon, that was gonna cause a scene.
To take the crab rangoon away. No.
If someone stopped me from eating the crab rangoon, I would have for sure.
This is bullshit.
That was the stipulation.
Yeah. But
Good stuff.
just to recap, the only people that you have seen in service work so far have all been Kitsune.
Have all been what?
All been Kitsune.
Ah,
We've seen Kitsune? I thought we saw.
Satoshi.
all of those.
He was.
All of those animal creatures have been in some form of service.
Okay, sorry, Kitsune or Fox. And we saw turtle, panda.
Wait, have we not seen any humanoid in service?
You have at the restaurant for the first time, but it seems like all of the intense labor so far has been done by other animal races.
Oh. This is where we save Car Kid from being sold into cleaning out the gutters.
See how you treat land dwellers now.
No, so you just got a little piece. It's a nation that's been by itself for a long time in isolation.
Is there a caste system? Is that what you're saying?
I know the
I
feeling.
just immediately pictured a cat system.
It looks very much like there's a caste system.
Very interesting.
We'll get to pick up there in a week, baby.
A little R&R and some, hey, Car Kid, you're gonna fit in. Or it's for things.
Maybe newfound fame.
You're better than them.
Well, let's
You're
go ahead
learning.
and give a big old wave bye to that VOD.
Bye, Vod.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Eat some criddles.